Yo, what's up, gamers? Aaron Shack here. And we are live today. We are going to be reacting to a new official reveal trailer that just dropped overnight, I believe. And it's called Blood Message, and it's by NetEase. So let's tap into it.
Tang 还在的时候，丝路上的灯
Tang Dynasty
从西域一直亮到长安，能点亮天上的星河。
大唐离我们太远了，神佛还会庇佑河西吗？
我是认真决定的，我还是想再试一次。今日我们所流的血，是为了把大唐带回来。
24 Entertainment.
我们必须在破城之前把宁带出来。
A little bit of gameplay. Oh, dude, combat looks good. Assassin's Creed been sleeping, man. I think China's gonna show him how it's done.
阿宁，阿宁，
阿爷，我将追随沙洲一举。
去长安，你这是让他们去送死。
Oh, so it's about a father trying to like save his son, I guess. And trying to find him in the middle of a war. That's real.
输赢成败，皆如沙上之塔，风来气散，为众生之苦，长漫于天地之间。
回家吧，这一切毫无意义。
The mission is meaningless, dude. Yeah, the father's like, come on, we're not for this revolution. We can't do it. Just stay home. But they're caught in it, I guess. We got some gameplay here. And that looks smooth. Okay, so we have some things that we can dive into and analyze here. Oh. Okay.
没有我的帮助，你走不出这片沙漠。
Okay, lady. When they found some ancient ruins, I guess. This game's taking some turns. Now it's Uncharted. They really try to give you everything, man, in this game.
如果神不肯拯救我们的部族，那就让我来。
阿宁，等着我。
是对信使，每个人都做好了有去无回的打算。
Blood message. That's what's up. Okay. Coming to PC and consoles. Alright, so we have a couple of things to look at, and then we're going to go back through the trailer again, because I think there's some fun things that we can analyze there. Let's head over to the official website. They just have like a few lines of like, you know, descriptions about the game. I don't know why it does this. Like, they're trying to do one of these like animated sites. Yeah, okay, so it says, from the ashes of my soul, a new dawn shall be ignited. The spirit of the Great Tang, our surname, our roots. They reveal our origins. It's very interesting the way they're doing this. History and sacrifice. 10 teams of messengers all ready to die for their cause. Blood is thicker than water. My father is a hero. So yeah, we get to see a little bit of the combat here that we saw in the trailer. So I mean, we're kind of seeing a couple of things here, right? And we'll zoom into it later, but like shield bashes, dodges, counters, but like everything's very organic. It's not like your Dark Souls type of role. It's very battle focused and very realistic. I feel like these studios, they're making these games like Black Myth Wukong, for example. They really spend all their time working on the animations and just making sure that those are like super smooth and immersive. And you feel, in a way, like God of War, it feels kind of heavy. Like the newer God of War games, you're a much bigger character, and so it's not that the combat feels like slower or clunkier, but I mean, you're not like an agile Monkey King here, but it does have like the beautiful flow of animation that we love from Black Myth Wukong. It says, to fight is to have lived. We will bring back the Tang Dynasty. And then we have, here at the bottom, we have a couple screenshots, which, you know, most of this stuff is just environments, but I mean, just to give you an idea of like the places you'll go in this game. And Blood Message is apparently going to be a linear game. But, you know, we've seen that from games like Black Myth Wukong, which has a lot of like, you know, semi-open world hub areas. So, you know, we're not really sure. This could go either way. It could be like super straightforward. There's one way through every mission, you know, like kind of like Uncharted or something like that, like the earlier games, whereas the later games started to verge more into the open world concept. There's a little more information here. So they said, and this is on the video description, it says, Blood Message is a narrative-driven, linear action-adventure single-player game developed by NetEase ThunderFire's 24 Entertainment Studio, coming to PC and console platforms. The game is based on the true historical events of, and if I say this wrong, Dunhuang's Uprising, set in the late Tang Dynasty in 848 AD. Players take on the role of a nameless messenger who embarks on a perilous eastward journey to deliver a message that holds the fate of his homeland. Alongside his son, they must survive relentless enemy sieges and the treacherous 3,000 Li odyssey, fighting against impossible odds to return to the heart of the Tang, Chang'an. Amidst the desert sands, they etch the final tale of loyalty in the Great Tang. The world has heard too many stories of emperors and generals. Blood Message is an ode to the unsung heroes, and once again it mentions here, powered by Unreal Engine 5. And if I refresh this video, let's see what's up here. 1.1 million views, and this just dropped like 17 hours ago. They got 1.1k subscribers, which, you know, that's slow to come, you know. It's pretty easy to get a lot of views, but it's really hard to get like likes and subscribes. All right, so let's examine the trailer again, you know, knowing that information here. But yeah, I just wonder how all these like desert sequences are gonna go for like a linear single player game, you know?
大唐还在的时候，
Really only seen, you know, like Uncharted 3 and a couple other games try to do that.
一直亮到长安。
But yeah, once again, mentioning the Silk Road, you know, the key trade route that led to China.
能点亮天上的星河。
大唐离我们太远了。
Is this game any good? I mean, we don't know. It's just, this is literally just a reveal trailer. We're just trying to analyze it and break it down and kind of try to figure out like what's this game gonna play like. Should we be hyped for it? You know, which I'm hyped for the linear like single player action games. We need more games like this. You know, not everything needs to be like an 80-hour. 80-hour like Assassin's Creed massive open world, you know, big empty thing, you know what I mean? Yeah, no problem, man. I was just kind of explaining the situation. Can you give me 200 million to fund it? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, these studios from like China and Korea and stuff, they're coming in and showing us how it's done. I mean, they're making some absolutely gorgeous games. So we do get a little bit of gameplay here. There's little slices of gameplay throughout this trailer. And this is one of the points I want to point out here. Like some of the fighting right here. Like the stealth takedowns. Look at this. He kicks him and then cuts his throat, dude. Like this is where I'm like, dude, he got hit with a jar to the head. Look at this. Assassin's Creed has been sleeping, dude. They could have been innovating and making a cool game like this. But they haven't innovated Assassin's Creed since Unity.
阿爷，我将追随沙洲一举。
去长安，你这是让他们去送死。
Look at that. Okay, we got another thing here. So it's got that you know, destructible environment type thing here. Look, even with this, even with that second takedown, I mean, he was destroying that too. So if we go back, boom, shelf falls down, this chips and breaks, and then he rubs his head against it. Like, that's crazy. So contextual takedowns, that could be really cool. And like, once again, they say it's linear, but it could very much be like Black Myth Wukong, where maybe it is a linear game, but it's you know, kind of a semi-open like hub world. It could be that way. This is Blood Message. This was just revealed yesterday by NetEase, and 24 Entertainment Studios is developing this. But we're doing some deep dive and analysis here. Little bit of gameplay here and there throughout the trailer. You know, it's got all the tropes of like the single player game of like, let me hold this door up for you, let me squeeze through this narrow tight corridor or whatever. But then, you know, it's got a lot of the combat that we would expect from, say, God of War or like Assassin's Creed, like the newer God of Wars, like more immersive and brutal combat in that sense. And the animations look really clean, as we'll see. I want to analyze this battle scene right here. Okay, so we got a couple of things, right? Yeah, so right here, and I don't know, so YouTube doesn't always let me do the frame by frame. Okay, it's working today. So we got the shield throw. He gets hit. Very nice roll there. Like, that is not your typical like Dark Souls or Elden Ring. I mean, Wukong also has like its own like really good roll animations, but this one being like very contextual as a way to like recover from a fall and get out of the way of a follow-up attack. I mean, that just looks very fluid and realistic. And then, yeah, you immediately following that roll, right? We got the bash. Boom. And Sliz throat. It's the shield. Get the takedown. It's brutal, man. Looks good. And I have to say, if there's one thing one thing I'm a sucker for with these with some of these games is if you let me knock an enemy to the ground and then I get to do this move, like in Lord of the Rings, right? If you played the old Lord of the Rings games, the movie games, whenever you knocked an enemy down, you had to like finish them off with the ground stab, or Batman Arkham, you know, you always had to like go, you know, punch a guy in the nuts or in the head and give him the old final hit, you know, to make sure he's fully out. Like, I'm a sucker for stuff like that. And then you have these cinematic moments, you know, playing through the sands. But what's interesting is the trailer reveals this right here. So up until this point, we've just been playing as like a messenger who's like caught in the middle of this war. And then all of a sudden it turns into Uncharted. Like all of a sudden we slip into you know, some ruins that have been covered by desert sand, and now it's like we're chasing treasure or something. Like I'm excited. Also, dude, what is this? What is this? Okay, so he's swinging on like a brazier or something, and then he does a wall run. You got your constellation puzzle, right? I mean, typical. We dig it. We love it. But yeah, it's about a father and his son. And his son appears to be caught up in all this as well. I don't know what's going on. There's something crazy there. And you got like your big, it seems to really be pulling from Uncharted in some weird ways. It's weird to compare a game to Uncharted that's not like a straightforward treasure hunter game, but it does have these like big set piece moments. I'm here for it. It's really cool, and it seems like they've got a lot of action. They got these intense like immersive moments that you kind of only get from like a linear single player, you know, story type of games. We're about to be eating good, man. There it is. That's blood message. I feel like story games, single player games, they're coming back. You know, everything has to be live service, online, battle royale. The industry is healing, maybe? Or at least indie developers and foreign studios, or you know, studios from around the world are showing America and the West how it's done. Like, man, you need a little bit of everything, you know. Not everything can be a cash grab hero shooter. So, all right, that's all we got today. I mean, that's really it's just a 5-minute trailer, and we took a look at the website, and we got some additional details that this is based during the Tang Dynasty in 848 AD. So don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We are going to pivot to a Hitman live stream, and it's only going to be live on YouTube because we're playing on PC, and my PC can't handle dual streaming, especially while playing a high-performance game like Hitman. So join us over there. Links are in the bio. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoy these deep dives. We love to do this whenever there's anything to like react to, or if there's like new game announcements, we try to break down and analyze what's there. But you know, for a 5-minute trailer, that's really all that we can glimpse and parse through at this moment. So thank you all for watching. Take care, be safe, and we'll see you in a few minutes for some Hitman over on YouTube.